David Richburg, plant manager at H.W. Culp Lumber Company in New London, North Carolina. On our trip to look at software at Idaho, we went exclusively to look at Porter and rule them in or rule them out. The startup at the Idaho mill was very, very complete 3 weeks after startup. That was going to be important to us when we cut into the mill flow, and it had to start up running quickly. And when we got here, started our system up, we did it over a long weekend, and Monday morning ran full production from the get-go, and Porter had their system completely tuned and ready to run. That first day we set a production record, extremely good startup.
Porter Engineering has put their optimization and controls on nearly all manufacturers, not only of curve saws, but sharp chains, DLIs, chipping saws. We do everything that's on merchandisers' primary and secondary machines. So we've got a lot of experience with all manufacturers. I was a technician with another automation company, and I rode around with a fairly high-ranking person at another company. I asked him who's got the best optimization, who's got the best controls, and without even breathing, he said, when it comes to optimization on the primary, it's Porter. And I did not work for Porter at the time.
Hi, my name's Terry Williamson. I'm operations manager for Edwards Wood Products. I've been in the sawmill business for 40 years. Back in 2017, we chose to go and build a Southern Yellow Pine sawmill. June of 2018, we started the installation of the mill here. When we started out looking at the different types of equipment to put in this mill, there's always been the question about Porter. Porter's the most expensive. Hands down, they are, in my opinion, the cheapest of anybody for what you get, both at startup and long term. When we started up the sharp chain, I get a call one day and Porter says, okay, we're ready to go. So in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, yeah, we're gonna run a log through here if it's normal. We're gonna tear up something, wreck something. We all gather up around this piece of equipment. We got 8 or 10 of us around there. From the start to the end, we started sawing logs, not one problem, not one hiccup. And before we know it, we filled all the decks up in the mill and we had to shut down for the second.
One thing I feel is really important in the control side of it is mature software that's well written and makes the machine run as smoothly as it can, shifting the saws, shifting the saw box. We've seen that difference going to other mills.
Through my experience, I know what it's like to be at the sharp end of the stick. I know what it's like to have somebody over your shoulder going, when's it gonna run? When's it gonna run? When's it gonna run? With Porter, I didn't have that problem when I was working as a sawmill supervisor. The machine ran. When it didn't run, I got on the phone and they helped me out. That lets me sell this machine and this system easily because I know that I'm helping not only the owners, but I'm helping the guys that are running the machines as well, the guys that are working on the machines. It makes me really enjoy this job.
For HMI, it's very user-friendly, easy to get used to. And if you have problems on, say, the optimizers, it's easy to get a hold of somebody if you have a question and change what you have to change. It can't get much more simple.
Yeah, actually we went to Vancouver for a few days to actually see the equipment that we were going to get beforehand. We got some training on that, and we were able to see what HMI was going to be, what all it would allow us to do. So if we had any questions, we could address them then, and we were pretty much ready to go when everything showed up. It was a good trip.
The higher initial cost of the Porter equipment, I feel, is quickly justified and is proven to be the low-cost supplier when you get through the startups and have less downtime and upgrades required. At the end of startup, Porter told us they'd be returning for a visit to look at the system and answer questions about 6 months. We ran about a year and didn't realize we hadn't called them. So they called and said they wanted to come and have a look at it. They came and everything was running well. And it turned out that we didn't really need any service at that point.
It just runs. It just runs.
I will not jeopardize my reputation, what I know, and the people that know me in this to tell something that I don't believe in. hands down, you will be happy with Porter Equipment, and you'll be glad that you made that decision.